Ryusoulger's almost over. Well, okay, in Japan, it's already over, but we just have to wait until the last episode sub-tier. So, alright. So we're covering 01 episode 24, Ryusoulger episode 47, I think it was. 46, my mistake, and Beast Morphers episode 26. Alright, starting off with 01, Aruto has finally gained control of Metal Cluster Hopper. And how is he able to do this? Well, you give a little bit, you get a little bit. Basically it was a majorly case of you scratch my back, I scratch yours. Alright, so, rewinding here. Basically, after Aruto went berserk again with Metal Cluster Hopper and smacking around Thouser, basically he was left in critical condition, so basically every single human gear that Aruto helped previously as 01, decided to go and pay back the favor. And under Izu's guidance, they managed to track down where Guy and where Guy and Yaiba originally created the Metal Cluster Hopper key. And since they had the original data, they figured out how to basically install a patch onto the thing without having Aruto doesn't get consumed by the darkness of the arc. Basically, the way they say it, they balanced out the arc's darkness with the light that the human gears have, and with the light that Aruto gave the human gears. And that sounds all flavors of Kingdom Hearts cheesy. And this light results in a unique weapon for a Metal Cluster Hopper. Let's see, it's the what was it again? The Metal Cluster Blade, I think it was, or whatever. He gets himself a new sword that, as soon as Izu gives it to him, it automatically it uploads Aruto's consciousness away from the arc back up to satellite there, where he's in full control of his actions now. So yeah. Oh, and that sword he has, like I've been saying, Kamen Rider 01 is basically like a live-action Mega Man X, and the Arc is if the Arc is the Sigma virus, then at this point Aruto has basically created the Mother Elf for Mega Man Zero. And whenever he destroys a Magir who's been corrupted by Metsubo Jinrai, it doesn't destroy it; it just restores his original programming. So now human gears don't have to worry about being destroyed after going Maverick. And now that Aruto's in complete control, he finally beats Thouser into the dirt. And, Guy manages to get away, and he's like, "We'll sell this with the last two contests, asshole!" Then it just and just limps away like a little bitch. That matchmaking human gear, apparently he actually went Maverick on purpose to try and go and set up a situation where the Penguin Raider could, come in and save his childhood friend from him, and the two of them actually they actually were engaged. This was all the matchmaking human gear's plan. Except for the part where he actually legitimately went Maverick. It's basically, basically the Arc is an overly judgmental asshole and basically just creeps in at every opportunity he could get whenever a human gear is mistreated, whether the human gear, actually was mistreated or not. Let's see. Basically just... even though the matchmaking human gear did it all intentionally on purpose, expecting the reaction that he got, it still just gave the Arc enough of a chance to slip in and take control. Basically, again, the Arc is just looking for any excuse. Oh, and speaking of the Arc, Horobi managed to escape Ames' custody somehow. Horobi's out on the loose again, and... there's still that mysterious other person who's been giving people these Wraithrisers and the Progrise keys to turn them into Raiders. So there's all that. Because Aruto discovered the Mother Elf sword, what I'm going to be calling it until I get its official name down. yeah, because he discovered the Mother Elf sword, he's been going around. Basically, Hida Intelligence's stocks have been rising. The company's no longer in the red, and he's got a chance to go and win the competition. But again, Aruto, you have more than enough evidence that guy is responsible for the creation of Metsubo Jinrai. He's used the Zetsume Riser, engages in Robo-West activity, and yeah, said in full view in front of Izu that he only did this to prove his superiority. The guy is a terrorist. Stop humoring him and have him arrested. I mean, again, if you're just waiting to accumulate more and more evidence that he couldn't, possibly just try, I hope that he's just building his case, so that no matter how many lawyers that guy brings in, has him recorded admitting to his crimes, and it was all just a giant vanity project. Yeah, just mountains of irrefutable evidence. Then yeah, I can see why you're just basically why you're humoring him at this point. But yeah, please tell me that this is the direction you're going with. Otherwise, you are a very stupid, very naive dingus. Anyways, moving on to the second to last episode of Ryusoulger, thankfully, we finally see what Helas' master plan is for. And basically, Helas wants to reset the entire Earth. Sorry. Yeah, Helas is like, screw humanity, screw the Druidon, screw the Ryusoulger tribe, I'm starting over from square one. So so what she's done is basically put everyone on Earth to sleep. Basically, it's like an organic version of the Matrix. She's put everyone on Earth to sleep, placed them in a dreamlike state, and while they're hibernating, she's basically going to turn them into liquid energy and just wipe the slate clean of Earth. And the Ryusoulgers managed to escape thanks to Creon just poking them and saying, wake up, wake up, wake up. Oh yeah, and also Creon and Wizaru are basically just confirmed by this point to, they're going to join the Surviving Villains League. All the Sentai villains that were formed at the end and basically just stuck around at the end as comic relief. Yeah, again, drawing on from Kyoryuger, just like just like Canderella and Luckiru. That's basically what's happening here. I mean, again, it's not a uniquely Kyoryuger thing, but again, it's pretty obvious. The comparisons keep popping up. And yeah, basically, originally Helas was basically seen as invincible, but since she possessed Precious, she's no longer directly attached to the spirit of the Earth. She's her own separate entity now, so they can kill her. It's just going to be really, really hard to do so. But she's no longer invincible now that she has a physical form. But even then, basically she just makes the argument that, humanity is nothing but a pack of stupid shaved apes. So what's best for them is basically just keeping them in their own little plastic bubble and just wiping the slate clean while they just dream of bliss. But Asuna, of all people, is the one to go and call bullshit on that. Basically, let's see, what's the best way to describe it? It's like, they'd rather be happy with a life full of mistakes than just be kept in a dream full of hollow joy. Basically. So, not a bad, if it was more like this during the rest of the show, Ryusoulger wouldn't exactly be so divisive, I mean, Ryusoulger, I don't hate this show. It's trying. It was honestly trying ever since the staff rewrite back around the midway point. It's been trying, but unfortunately, it's just a case of too little too late. It's going to have a decent finale, hopefully, but it just kind of comes off as too little too late. Sorry. I mean, again, I don't hate Ryusoulger as much as like other 2010 Sentai series, like as I've gone on before, but all around Ryusoulger is just okay. I mean, Hasbro's definitely going to have a lot to work with when they adapt it for Power Rangers after Beast Morphers wraps up. And yeah, it is confirmed that Ryusoulger is going to be adapted next. well, kind of a damned if you do, damned if you don't. I mean, the only other, like I said last time, the only viable option for adaptation at this point is Ryusoulger, which also runs the repeated gimmick problem. Since Beast Morphers, which is an animal themed show, following up. If they try to adapt Ryusoulger, which again has animal themed powers, again it runs the exact same risk as theme repetition. And possibly even worse for, let's see. In between Dino Charge and Ryusoulger's adaptation, we had Ninja Steel and Beast Morphers. Whereas in between Kyoryuger and Ryusoulger, we've had Tokyuger, Ninja, Ryusoulger, Q Ranger, and Lupin Ranger versus Pata Ranger. Yeah, it's a little bit more of a broad gap, and basically Sentai's gonna have Power Rangers is gonna have a bit of a problem. And I'm pretty sure that after they finish adapting Ryusoulger, they'll probably just move on to adapting Kira Major if they decide to adapt Ryusoulger. If the Sentai series after Kira Major just turns out to be a big old pfft. And anyways, back to Beast Morphers. We see that Evox is running around in a human form. I wonder who it's going to be. I mean, it's a black guy in a suit, and for the teaser trailers, it's Mayor Daniels. Devin's dad is possessed by Evox. He's now a Xehanort. He's one of the 13 Darknesses. ZONG. Thanks for spoiling it, Nickelodeon. Thanks a heap. So, basically, Evox is using Mayor Daniels as his human cover and placing Enotron towers around the Morphex towers, sorry. Keep getting confused with GoBusters for a second there. Placing Morphex towers around the world, and in the meantime, Scrozzle's got the Blaze of Roxy avatars up and running again. How? Well, he didn't put the original Blaze of Roxy... No, the original Blaze of Roxy are still just fine. It's just that he created a cage Robotron to, keep the two placed for a couple of seconds so that Scrozzle could scan him. It's like, bye! And then basically uploaded, what he scanned for Blaze of Roxy, combined with the avatars' backup data, and imprinted them onto robots. So he's basically made the avatars into robots. Again, to basically borrow the Kingdom Hearts references again, Scrozzle has basically created Avatar, Blaze, and Roxy replica. He made them replica bodies. And since now the the Blaze and Roxy avatars are back, they've got themselves some new forms, sort of. I mean, Avatar Roxy just gets a repaint of her original form. So basically it's just a full recreation of Escape. And Blaze, and now instead of Dark Red Buster, he now has Enter's monster form. So since Blaze and Roxy are back as full adaptations of Enter and Escape, it seems pretty clear now that they're going to try to adapt the Messiah Roid arc. I mean, given the Sentai footage that they have to work with, trying to avoid adapting the Messiah Roid arc would not be the best of calls. I mean, basically, they're kind of railroaded there, but hey, they basically can have their cake and eat it too. Have the human Blaze and Roxy back as supporting characters while working in a way to have their Avatar versions come back and have assume Enter and Escape monster forms to match up with the Sentai footage. So, hey, kudos for thinking that. And aside from that, it's basically let's see, how best to sum up Beast Morphers 27. Ted Turner. Protect the environment, or I'll fucking kill you, Captain Planet! Basically, it's just a big old environmental message, and basically, pick up your trash at the beach. Okay, you don't do it, you're bad. Okay. Guys, as much as I appreciate, trying to help out the environment and whatnot, not by being a wasteful dick. There are tactful ways to do it, but nowadays, you can't exactly be tactful. You just sometimes you need the sledgehammer to the face levels of subtlety sometimes, whatever. Evil Blaze and Roxy are back, while still having good Blaze and Roxy, and that's pretty much it as far as major plot points are concerned. So, yeah. 01, the Mother Elf is out and about, and Hiden stocks are rising. As Ryusoulger is almost done with, and Beast Morphers still staying the course and still being a competent Power Ranger season. Toodles!